All right, so we're here and we're doing math. Sorry. I was watching Buddy the Elf. Now, don't forget hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Today we are going to do something that is kind of uh, boring, uh, and also I kind of don't like it because this is one of those things that a lot of people say there's no wrong answer. Okay, we were in a professional development thing yesterday, and everybody was the two people leading it was saying there's no wrong answers. Don't say that to math people. There is a wrong answer. Okay, it's either right or it's wrong. All right, so we're seeing all these conditional and relative frequencies based on the columns. All right, now is there association among the data? Well, let's look at the data. On this one, these are people that ride their bike to school. These are people that don't ride their bike to school. Okay? Now, if we're just looking at it, what's a pattern or a trend? Uh, what's a pattern that we see here? Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, the older they get, the less they ride their bikes. Um, that could be a thing. Some people will try to say that it goes up and down because it goes from 11 to 18 to 3 to 8. Uh, there are multiple answers. I would stick to the obvious one. Okay, y'all are teenagers. Teenagers are awesome at pointing out the obvious, right? Hopefully. Yeah, like if I show up tomorrow with like a massive zit on my forehead, okay, what is about half of this school population going to say to me? Wow, you have a massive zit on your forehead, okay? Because that's the obvious. Try to state the obvious. That's an association, okay? Uh, now, why do you think there's a big dip between sophomore and junior year? Yeah, that's usually when people start driving, okay? Things of that nature. I mean, this was supposed to be a whole day lesson, like bell to bell lesson. Less is more except for money and clothes, okay? I used to say clothes, and then Miss talked to Miss Payne next door. She says money helps too. So I should have added. I should have known that since I worked 3 jobs. All right, so travel to another country. These are people that say yes, and this is people that say no. All right, so what can we say here? What's another pattern association? All right, Allie, what you got? Yep. So let's see. Yep, looks like more have traveled as they got older. Okay. Well, sometimes, yeah, I don't. Uh, we do have those field trips available here sometimes where they do take students to another country. Do they offer that to freshmen? I would not. Okay, I don't think I would take freshmen to another country. I would be very tempted to possibly leave some of them there. So, yeah. And then I know a lot of people are like, well, by my senior year, I'm going to Cancun during spring break. Ha ha ha. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Now, I know there's probably tons of y'all in this class that have been to a different country and than I have. Okay, I've never been out of country. That's just me. I don't travel well. Okay, I don't travel well. All right, let's see. The only reason I'm putting these things in two different colors is to make it easier for me to see. I knew y'all knew that already, but all right. So voted in election. Is there association between ages and voting? So let's see. All right. So looks like 51. Looks like it kind of went down and up and yes, didn't it? That people kind of they wanted to vote in their early 20s. They voted from, their 20s to 40s and then they kind of dropped off in their 40s to 60s. Okay? So you could say this 20 to 40s voting went up. 40 to 60s voting went down. And then, okay, now 20s to 40s, the voting went up. Okay, that's usually 20s to 40s. That's when you're starting your adulthood. You're trying to, trying to get out there, change things. Usually in your 40s, that's when, you usually have multiple offspring. They're all trying to do 50,000 things because you're trying to be a good parent and you don't want to tell them no and break their little hearts and this, that, and the other. And then you don't have a social life. And then sometimes you forget to vote. Okay. So that's how that happens. And, or you just kind of get burnt out about the whole thing. So that could be an association. It's kind of patterns. Who said there was a lot of words in this? It was you. Okay. All right. So let's look at it. The new medical treatment is tested on 50 volunteers. This is effective for these people and for these people. The treatment is effective for 31 is not effective. All right. So it says, is there association between age and effectiveness of the treatment? All right. So let's look at it. So let's see. How many did we they looked at 50. So we're going to subtract 12 right here because it was effective for these people. Oh, hang on. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, yep. Go give your blood. Yep, whatever that was. All right, so that's 34. All right, minus 9. So that's now we have 25. So it's not effective for 4 volunteers. I'm trying to see how many that it was effective for. Um, so if it was effective for 31, and then we add, let's see, minus 12 plus 9. So it was effective for, this is for our 71 to 80 age. So we do see that our numbers go down. So, yeah, we could say, is there association? Watch this. And some of y'all are like, I would say yes. That's all it is. That's all it's really asking is as people get older, is there effectiveness of the treatment? Wow. I know that was riveting, wasn't it? I know y'all are just flabbergasted and thrilled and knocked out of your seats. Well, some of y'all just fall out of your seats naturally, so that's neither here nor there. All right. So this is on the back. Let's see. Plays the instrument and age. So here's my yeses. This is my no. Oh, that's the same color. All right. So here's what's funny. Like both numbers go up as people get older. Yeah. So like there's an increase. Let's see, 12 to 15. All right. So in that 12 to 15 years, there's a yes. Okay. But and then we do see that from 15 or from 17, yes, increases. And then from 16 to 19, the no increases. All right. Guys, this is one of these things that like I have to cover and probably doesn't don't have the test. Well, maybe I would have to like figure out a way to tie this in with some of the other problems so it wouldn't be like something like a yeah, it would be hard to test on it. Like this would have to be like a multiple choice because some of y'all's handwriting is really hard to read. All right. Uses a digital wallet. Yes and no. Yeah. So let's use one as they get older. Okay. Which I don't know about y'all. It's hard to understand. I don't know a junior or senior that doesn't use Cash App, Venmo, about 16 other things, Apple Pay. Yeah. Which a lot of those things are very interesting because um, it's like refilling the your child's checking account from across the country or whatever. I saw somebody at that tumbling camp in Nashville. They're like, "Hey, mom, I need some more money to buy this ice cream at this food truck." They're like, "Okay," and they literally just refilled their Apple Pay right there. So it's like awesome. All right, survey ask a total of this many sophomore seniors to plan. Let's see, sophomores, 24 juniors, 38 seniors, and so I would say yes. Yeah, because table shows highest percentage accepted into the program. Why can't I? All right, so this it's talking about percentages first. So I would actually need to find all these percentages. So I divide the small number by the big number, then move the decimal place over. So what I'm doing is I'm finding the percentages in their respective places. Their percentages. All right. So it says for each year, which gender had the highest percent. All right. So if we look at 2019, this is 2019. This is 2020, or the year that shall not be named. Okay. So in the year 2020, looks like So 2019 and 2020, it was both men. 19 and 20 was both men. Which junior had the highest combined percentage of applicants accepted into the program during the 2 years? And yes. Uh, Explain. I don't think we have to explain. I think that's kind of obvious. Okay. I don't know which program they're talking about, but, and that's it. All right. So, finding associations is actually talking about patterns and trends. So, super duper crazy hard. Awesome. And good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.